So, guys, we've got like a childlessness. We've got like a baby deficiency happening. So we need more people to be pumping out babies because otherwise, how is the system going to continue? How are we going to afford to keep our pensioners alive? How are we going to even afford to keep businesses alive and our cafes open? Like, who's going to make our coffee? You know? So, and I know it's been hard to find dates. I'm still single. So I think what I'm tapping into lately is my divine feminine. It's like I've chased men in the past. I was very proud of the relationship that came up when I left my number for a very flirty waiter at a restaurant I went to. Very flirtatious and charming, which turned out to be quite a abusive user. Loved it that I had asked him out. So yeah, that was shit. So the way it is now is a woman has to attract a man, not catch the man. So considering the climate we're in, housing crisis, recession, wage stagnation, everyone is poor and struggling to get a home, and it's very stressful and it's hard to have fun. So I think what I want to do as a woman to attract a man is I want to appeal to their basic needs. And those basic needs are money and shelter. So when I go walking around the Bay Run, I make sure that it's really obvious that I live in a home, and I have a car just in case I need to live in the car too. So when I walk around the Bay Run, I've got my house and car keys just around my finger, and I try not to be too obvious, but I just like to, spin it around my finger a little bit, and it kind of makes me look confident. It makes me look like I have a bit of a joie de vivre, about me, like a spring in my step, because I'm so affluent, like I have shelter. So I like to play that up. Or sometimes when I walk around, I'll have coins jangling in my pocket. And at the same time, I'm just like making a very overt curve of my hips as I walk, because I want to demonstrate that I still have childbearing abilities. I am getting older, these eggs ain't as fresh as they used to be, but I still have quite a fertile and heavy lining in my uterus, and I think my body is still keen to support and nourish an embryo in there. So I have the capability. So yeah, I like to just sway my hips as I walk, and that helps, because then it just really starts to make the coins in my pocket just jangle a lot. So it's quite obvious, and and this makes the cues, the maturation cues for settling down and childbearing in a relationship quite obvious for someone who's already taken notice. But if people are likely to have walked past me without noticing me, the the jangling and the keys will definitely turn heads. Yeah, but I mean, so the women in the crowd here, it looks like you've all come here with a date, with a friend, or a lady date. I don't want to assume, but you've all come here with dates. Yeah. Yeah, it's a brave move for a woman to come to a comedy show by herself. I used to do that, but it is a little bit unbearable going to open mics, because of the lineup of needy, validation-seeking men desperate to seek your approval and be seen. It's quite draining, emotionally draining. It's an emotional labor to be in the audience and have to smile at these men, and like nobody's getting paid. Sometimes we pay for the pleasure in the audience, but Yeah, but going as a female single at a comedy night is good if you're desperate for some dick, you know, because, like I was saying, quite needy, and it's like shooting fish in a barrel. But, like, the water hasn't changed for a while. You know, there's maybe a little bit of, like, azithromycin that needs to be put into the water. Just to, like, keep it clean. Those who've never encountered an STD or, you know, not a pharmacist by background like myself, that's what they use for chlamydia. Yeah. But, I mean, I don't want to be biting the hand that feeds the comedy community here. It's mostly men. Biting the hand that feeds me. Well, they don't really feed me, but, well, depends. But, yeah, anyway, good luck out there.